There are a lot of trees here in front of the house that I want to take away. There's a lot of spruces that are quite big, but not adult. And there's a spruce, and then there's this pine tree, another spruce there, and this big one here as well. And even some of these birch trees, there are many in this area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, and they are quite old. You can see it's growing already, this moss on top of the branches. So especially this one in the front, that's very close to the electric cord. You can see there, it can fall down on it anytime. This would be an ideal time of the year to cut them down because it's dry. But I don't have a motor saw, so they're quite thick, so I cannot do it by hand. These are quite big as well for me. And here is a pine tree. You can see that the moose has been scratching their back or something against it, so the lower part is completely dead. So this one I want to take down. And behind those apple trees, that's the forest that belongs to the property. Might be a good idea to take a walk there and mark some trees that might need to be taken down. Look at those branches. They're huge. And they can just fall down at any time. There is a lot of self-seeded trees everywhere. There in the back you see a lot of birch trees. They are like sticks now, but they have not been planted. They're just self-seeded everywhere. Here are those small birch trees. I want to take most of these down so that there's a proper road here in between the barn to go to where I'm gonna plant the vegetable garden. Just behind these cars there's a whole field, old potato field. So there is where I was thinking of planting the vegetable garden. There's another really old birch tree. It drops branches already. But yeah, imagine the amount of firewood I will have from all these trees. It's for many years. And this side of the house, look how many birch trees there is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the back. There's so many here as well. And then really close to I have that plum tree. It's not growing well there on the north side. And this huge pine tree. It's very nice, but it's so close to the house and the roof. And there's so many rovens. You see that? Here are the rovens. They have also self-seeded. 1, 2, well, 2 in this one. 3, 4. There, all of those. They are all rovens. So I think most of these will have to come down. That one is on top of the roof there as well. Maybe I would keep this old one here and take the other ones down. Then you can see nicely to the river. I believe that one is a maple tree there. And then there are some hardwoods. I'm not sure what it's called, but it's this with silver leaves. And they grow really tall and they're huge. That branch there is enormous, and look how tall they are. So I would like to trim them back a little bit. There are 2 more there on both sides of the road. There is one and there is one. But yeah, I need to have a professional to go up that tree because it's very tall. And these bushes, I'm not quite sure what they are, but they have to be trimmed back as well. It's a shame I can't do it now this year, but it would have been awesome to do it this year already. Maybe I can reach some of the lower branches there. Those look really bad down there. There's a lot of crows on the property. I think this is a good spot for the vegetable garden because, as you can see, it gets sun already now in winter. So the morning sun comes in from the east here, so it gets plenty of sun already. Here are some fresh tracks from a deer. It's quite deep here, the snow, because there's a ditch here. But these are from not long ago. I fell into a ditch. Here we are behind this fallen house or shed or whatever it was. And just behind it is this huge spruce tree. It's just enormous. And most of the pine trees here are very old and huge. You can see there in the back. And the small, they are self-seeding, so there's little Christmas trees everywhere. Here is another spruce tree just by the field that is quite big already, but that one I want to take down. Here are some more self-seeded spruce trees, and there in front of the sauna are plenty more. They actually sold part of Siskola. That field was sold to the neighbors, and I spoke about buying it back because they don't use it, and they were all interested to do that. So maybe one day it will be again part of Siskola as it was before. Now when it's winter, you can see how many spruce trees seedlings have come up there. Just a lot of them, because it hasn't been maintained. So where the water is, the ditches, those spruce trees have come up. But maybe one day, if I own the property, I can extend the yard a little bit further than the apple trees, and then maybe plant some fruit trees, and then leave a field with flowers and natural plants that are local to this region. Here it's easy to see why the building has taken so much damage. Because when snow melts, it just gets into water and it sips down here and it splashes all over the house. So the wood is rotting. So I would like to extend this water drain all the way till the end and then collect the rainwater. These are one of the most damaged windows. They're just hanging on by a thread. You can see how the whole window pane has dropped down. It's completely rotted out, and there's moss there even. There's only water drainage from above that door to above this door, and here was the water collectors. And so this is even more damage here, because it has splashed directly from the water containers to the wall. But from that way up, it looks pretty good. So I don't think only the lower planks need to be replaced at some point. The weather is so lovely today, and I don't want to leave. But I have to go back to the city, back to the boys. But yeah, I have to walk to the car, which is very far away. So I will just pack my stuff in my pulkka, my sleigh, and walk back to the car. But yeah, it always feels strange to leave this place, because I kind of feel that this is where my roots are growing now. I put this rainwater collector yesterday for the melted water, and in less than a day it has become completely full. Here in front of the little sauna, that's gonna be the guest house. There is also so many birch trees. So I think that these all 5 might go. Maybe I leave the last one there. And here is a little oak, which I definitely gonna leave there. By the time the oak is big, that house will probably won't be there anymore. And this is my favorite tree on the property, this huge spruce. It is so beautiful. You cannot even see it on camera because it's so huge. It doesn't look like that on the camera. But this is where you can walk underneath it, and it's like a room under its branches, like a tent. Actually, my favorite tree is the horse chestnut tree that Cisco planted when she was a small girl. That's the crown jewel of the property. Here's the fox trail again. This might be a raccoon dog.